Hey everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here for my reviews of the week. Alright, first up from Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man 620. It's the conclusion to the Mysterio story that's the part of the Gauntlet event. We open up with Mysterio getting members of the Magia crime family ready to be rigged for fake deaths, but it's revealed that he's lying, that they're actually gonna die for real. And then we have Carly Cooper talking to Ray Cooper about how he betrayed the police force and he worked for Mysterio because he didn't have enough money to help his sick wife, and now he feels like he doesn't know the system or anything. And as he's leaving, Carly hugs him and plants a Spidey tracer on him. Then Peter goes off and talks to Carly, and she makes a comment about how Peter pretty much just treats his friends like resources. Then we have Mr. Negative preparing for his fight with his gang war with the Magia, and he gets the formula of the Devil's Breath ready with Spider-Man's blood. And then he calls his police informant, who is Mysterio, and Mysterio is finishing paying off Ray Cooper, getting his Silvermane robot ready, when Spidey shows up. Then Spider-Man busts in, punches some of the mob bosses, and then all of a sudden, their blood packs go off, and he keeps fighting them, thinking that it's really gross, and then the Silvermane robot shows up, and then Mr. Negative and his inner demons show up. And then Negative releases the Devil's Breath, and Peter and Spider-Man has to hold his breath in to keep him from breathing the formula, because if you've read the story that involved Mr. Negative and the Devil's Breath, it would kill Spider-Man and any other male relative of Peter Parker. So then, so pretty much Mysterio is controlling the Silvermane robot, and Mr. Negative shows up, fights him, and Mysterio fakes his death scene. Peter's almost about to lose his breath, and he busts out, and then all of a sudden an explosion goes off in the hideout. Then Captain Watanabe and Carly Cooper see Spidey out there, and he tells him to go in quick, and that there's poison in there, but it can only kill him. And then Carly gets out a gas mask, and Spidey goes in, fights Mysterio, punches the dome, and then Mysterio fakes his death, saying that he was really Spider-Man's cousin. And Spidey's confused, and Mysterio punches him and leaves. Mr. Negative gets out. Then Carly gets a text from her father. Then we have Mysterio. Then Mysterio is with his two henchmen, escaping on a dumpster ship, and then Spider-Man shows up. Quentin Benek, Mysterio's real name, says that let him go and he'll never come back. All he wanted was just a big score. And Spider-Man says, "Oh, come on, yeah, right. You're just doing this for the thrill. That's it." So then they take out a nuke to shoot at the cops, and Spider-Man uses his webbing, grabs the missile, and I don't think it's a nuke. I think it's just a missile, really. And then he grabs it, throws it back, and then blows up the ship, with the henchmen wondering if Mysterio's dead, but Spidey says, come on, he's probably halfway to Hoboken by now. So then Peter's talking to Carly, and then Captain Watanabe, and she says that the next cop they plan to resurrect was Jean DeWolf, and which probably would have made Spidey really lose it like he did when they brought back Captain Stacy. Then we have Mysterio on a rooftop drinking, and then where it's supposedly Jean DeWolf shows up, but it's actually Chameleon here to recruit him for the new Sinister Six. Okay, the Mysterio story arc was probably the best out of the Gauntlet events so far. It dealt with not only Mysterio faking his own death, but the death of other mobsters, which is very impressive. So I'd recommend picking it up if you've read the Mysterio arc. Next up, Ultimate Spider-Man, number 7. Alright, we've got... Okay, just a quick recap here. Aunt May is now Iceman, Human Torch, and Gwen Stacy are all living with Peter and Aunt May. Then, we open up to a scene months ago before the Ultimatum Wave, where we have Rick Jones is suddenly on fire, and then he goes, and it's revealed that now he's been in a coma ever since, And then we cut to Peter and Mary Jane talking about about Peter's new living situation. And then Aunt May and Gwen Stacy are taking in some groceries from the car, and then Aunt May points out that the Jones family has their son Rick out of a coma. Aunt May goes over to give him a lasagna, and Rick's mom reveals that it wasn't drugs, and that she thinks their son's a mutant because he's developing powers, and she doesn't understand what's going on, and that they could probably take him away after the whole ultimatum event. Then after hearing this, Aunt May has Bobby, Peter, and Johnny suit up to go talk to him. So, to go talk to Rick, and Rick's out in his yard trying to figure out how his powers work, but then Iceman shows up and freaks him out. Then Human Torch goes after him, and then Spidey grabs onto him, and then they teleport all the way to Michigan. And the restaurant owner is pretty pissed that they broke his window, and then he's about to rip off Spider-Man's mask, and then Rick's about to teleport out, and then Spidey takes a ride back, and Rick talks to Iceman, Human Torch, and Spider-Man about how he got his power, that he's not sure how he got his powers, and that his powers were given to him by a floating eye, and Iceman and Spidey are confused, and then Human Torch realizes that it was the Watchers have chosen, and he realized that the Watchers have chosen Rick to be are coming to Earth, and they've chosen Rick to be their chosen one and stuff. So, alright, that looks like a good setup with Ultimate Rick Jones. Okay, so Ultimate Spider-Man issue 7. This is a good series so far. I really like it. Pick it up if you get the chance. And that's about it for Marvel. So now I'm gonna get ready to do my DC reviews. So see you later.